Matt Stepp, Dave Campbell's Texas football. Back here at the Needville 7-on-7 state qualifying tournament. Here at the head coach of the Bay City Blackcats, Coach Robert Jones. Coach, appreciate you taking a few minutes to chat with us between games of your kids competing today.
Oh, yes, sir. We out here just trying to compete, trying to get better, just trying to see what we could do in the 7-on-7 circuit. We qualified last week, so we just getting out here trying to get some extra work in, and we're going to compete every week throughout the summer leading up to the state championship.
Last week, I thought I wasn't at the tournament in LaGrange, but I thought looking at the scores, I thought your kids played really well. How pleased were you with your kids' performance? I know you're a competitor. You want you guys to win no matter what, and to go qualify in your first tournament and put up some big numbers. You got to be pretty happy with how your kids played last week.
Oh, absolutely. I was pleased with how they played. I kind of let me down this morning when we came out here and how we played, but I know we'll bounce back these next 2 games and try to get some good work in to lead up to next week when we go to West Columbia to play.
When you're out here competing in 7-on-7, we know it's not real football. It's a different game. There's some things you can take with you on Friday night, but it's a different game. But I think there's, like I said, there's things you can take with you. What do you want to see from your kids and when they're competing? And are there anything in particular that you're looking for when your kids are out there?
Basically, I just want to see them compete and build the chemistry, especially on offensive wise. You could throw it around a little bit. We trying to put in our game plan. We got a lot of guys that's been there. We got veterans, so it's good to see those guys get out there and compete. And on the back end, we got a lot of young guys, so seeing them build that chemistry and locking in on the coverage and the different type of stuff like that, and see those guys just try to gel together before we get to real football in August.
Now, when you mentioned your team's experience, and I think most people would agree, most coaches would agree, especially that the best teams are typically player-led teams. Mm-hmm. And how excited are you about this senior class? They've been with you for a while. You've won a lot of football games. Do you feel like those senior leaders are going to, if you guys are going to make a deep run in the playoffs, they got to carry the way and lead the way for your guys, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, with our quarterback being a 3-year starter, Alex Estrada, then Zylan Williams, Jada Andrews started for me 4 years at running back. So having those guys is definitely a plus, and having those guys lead the team. And now you get to the point where those guys can check off and call a play that you don't even have to dial up, and they just had that chemistry together. And doing 7-on-7 actually helps them. And so it's big for us, and I know we're gonna bounce back.
Yeah, and I know you didn't go well in the first game, but you got 2 more to go, so you go 2-1. You guys have already qualified. It would be a good day if you guys can get that done. Now, looking at UIL realignment, I talked to Coach Reed from El Campo earlier, who's in your district. He mentioned, he thought there was a possibility you guys could go south in realignment, but he was still very surprised when he got that packet from the UIL in February. What was your reaction, and what kind of challenge is the new district going to bring to you guys?
I was surprised also. We sitting at the table with our past district because we think we're going to be in the district trying to get officials and setting the schedule up, doing all that type of stuff. And then when it came on the board that we had, and when I got the pack, opened up the pack and seen that we was going south, it was very surprising to me. And those teams down south, they got great programs, great history. So our hands are going to be tied. We're going to go against a lot of different offenses that we haven't faced in the past couple of years. With the wing tee and slot tee and all that type of stuff they like to run down south. So I know we're going to have our hands full. So we're going to be up for the challenge.
And when you talk to your kids, it's a different mindset when you're having to take long road trips. You have to prepare a little bit different. I know you guys are used to going to the Houston area. That's not a big deal. But now you're going south on 59 and kind of going down towards the Corpus Christi area. Those longer road trips, do you prepare any differently, or is it more just a matter of let's set our schedule, let's have an agenda, let's have an itinerary to get together, and then kind of telling your kids, hey, when we get off the bus, we got to be ready to play?
We're going to kind of keep the same agenda. We're going to set a schedule like you said. It's going to be more charter buses by far. So, it's going to be kind of tough on, the Black Cat Nation following us. But I know they have our back. We turned this thing around, and we're going to try to take it to the next level next year. All
right, now, looking at your ball club in 2024, we mentioned the seniors. What are some areas maybe where you still got some spots that are in pencil? You're looking for some young guys this summer to grow up a little bit, put in the work and strength and conditioning, and take those spots. What are some areas maybe of the team that you're going to have a little more youth and you want some guys to step up?
Absolutely, the D-line. When you're losing a guy like Carlon Jones, USC commit, he's hard to replace, and that's what I'm looking for, some guys to get after the quarterback and get after the running back, get penetration. So that if I'm banking on a position that I want some guys to step up, it's definitely going to have to be the defensive line.
You never have too many good defensive linemen, right, Coach?
Absolutely not.
Did you petition the UIL for an extra year of eligibility for Carlon, or just I know it didn't work out, but if you could, you would, wouldn't you?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Coach, appreciate your time. Good luck in 2024, and as always, we appreciate what you do for student athletes here in the state of Texas.
All right, thank you, Matt.